What if the hardest part isn't the pain, but pretending you are okay? Depression is not sadness, it's not a personality flaw. You are not broken. You are hurting, and hurt needs care, not shame. Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Life with Nova. Today we are diving into a topic that so many people struggle with quietly, and that's depression. We're just going to have an honest, simple conversation about what depression feels like in real life, how to recognize it, and how to support yourself or someone you love. So, let's dive in. What really is depression? Okay, first things first. Depression is not just being sad for too long, okay? It is often misunderstood as feeling sad. Once someone is sad, they tend to say, "Oh, I am depressed." And that word is commonly misused. Depression is more like your mind and body feeling stuck, slow, or disconnected, even when nothing major or dramatic happened. Not just being sad, and that's a symptom called anhedonia. Imagine waking up in the morning and your energy meter is actually already low, like on a 1%. You've slept, you rested, but the battery just refuses to charge. That's what depression can feel like. Or you're sitting on the bed thinking, why does brushing my teeth feel like climbing a mountain? Just the thought of cooking or even showering feels so exhausting. Not because you are lazy, your energy is just genuinely low. With depression, sometimes losing your appetite, like you're not always hungry, or eating more than usual, more like comfort food, is a symptom. That is why often someone who has been deeply depressed for a long period of time can either become anorexic or obese. Depression affects your mind. Your thinking may become very rigid and problem focused. It affects your body. Your body tends to have slower movements. You're just heavy. Sometimes you have unexplained aches and pain. Your body does not rest well, even if you're sleeping more hours. Have you ever experienced that? Depression affects your emotion. It gives you mixed feelings. Often it's beyond sadness. You can just feel numb or disconnected from others around you. You are with people having a good time, but you still feel lonely and empty. Depression affects your behavior. It creates a pattern where everything requires more effort. You might withdraw from those you love. You might stop enjoying activities you love to do normally. No self care. You are just there. And that is why I will tell you what depression is not. Let's clear some common misunderstandings. Depression is not weakness, it's not being dramatic, and it's not something you can just snap out of because someone told you to be positive. Sometimes people say, "But you were laughing yesterday, so you can't be depressed." And honestly, that's not how it works. You can laugh, you can go out, you can post selfie, and still feel empty on the inside. Let's talk about some signs we don't always recognize. Loss of interest. Things you used to enjoy suddenly feel boring or pointless. Your favorite show releases a new season or episode and you're like, "Ugh, okay." No excitement. Constant tiredness even after doing nothing. You take a shower and feel like you just ran a marathon. You're overthinking. Your mind keeps replaying things like a text you sent 3 days ago that no one else even remembers. Sleep changes. Either you're waking up at 2 a.m. or you're wide awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. It affects your eating habits. Some days you finish a whole box of cookies. Other days, you're forcing yourself to finish one plate of something really small. You feel disconnected. You're with your friends and you're physically present, oh, but emotionally, you feel alone. If any of this sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. These are real. These are real valid signs of depression. So let's go ahead to talk about the things that can trigger depression. Because a lot of people think depression only shows up after something tragic. But honestly, sometimes it's the small everyday pressures that build up quietly. It can be stress from work, relationship issues, family pressure, feeling stuck, hormonal changes. My ladies know this. or even unresolved trauma. Sometimes it's just life piling up bills, expectations, burnout, and your mind just shuts down emotionally. Like it says, nope, I'm out, period. Depression does not only happen in your mind, it affects how you move through the day. Like you start avoiding calls and texts. Your room gets messy, but you don't have the energy to fix it. You cancel plans last minute. Even simple tasks like cooking, answering emails, getting dressed, they just feel so heavy. Or you eat something you usually enjoy and suddenly it tastes like nothing. You listen to music and it doesn't hit the same. It's like everything loses color. The world just seems gray. So, what are some of the things that can actually help when we feel down or depressed? Now, let's talk about support. We are not talking about miracle cures, just gentle things that help. Small movements like stretching, a 5 minute walk, even just stepping outside your door, releasing that tension from your body. Things like sunlight. 10 minutes of sunlight can genuinely shift your mood. Talking to someone, a friend, a therapist, a trusted person, just voicing how you feel can release so much pressure. Breaking tasks down. Instead of saying, I need to clean my room, you could say, I'll pick up three things. I'll make the bed today. I'll fold my clothes. I'll sweep today. Small wins matters. You could create routines, something tiny. Morning tea, journaling, prayer, music, stretching. Just little things you can do every day to give yourself that boost in the morning so you don't really have that time to feel depressed. And most importantly, give yourself grace. Healing is slow, it's not a straight line, and that is okay. Get support or therapy. Speak to a medical practitioner or professional. Don't deal with it alone. And if you are not depressed, but you have someone who is, let's just talk about some simple ways you can help someone who is depressed around you. And if someone you care about might be depressed, you can encourage them by being there for them, listening without judgment, and lift their spirit with kind words like, you don't have to hide and go through this alone. I'm here, even on the quiet days. You're not a burden. We'll take it one step at a time. Gentle talks like that can help. And you should know depression is not laziness, it's a real health condition, not a character flaw. It's not your fault. You don't need to fix them. Just being present is powerful. If you are feeling depressed, here are some subtle affirmations you can say to yourself daily that can help. I believe in my ability to create life that brings joy and fulfillment. I am patient with myself as I learn and grow, knowing progress takes time. I am grateful for every moment, knowing each one brings new possibilities. So, if you're listening right now and you're dealing with depression, I want you to hear this from me. You are not broken, you are not alone, and you don't have to figure everything out today. Depression does not define who you are. It is something you are experiencing, not who you are. Healing comes in tiny steps, tiny choices, tiny moments, and you deserve every bit of support, understanding, and compassion along your journey. Thank you so much for listening to Let's Talk Life with Nova. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs it too. And remember, you deserve softness, rest, and healing. Remember to always take care of your mind, take care of your heart. I'll see you in the next episode. This is your internet sister, Nova. You are loved. Bye.